welcome everybody. Bit of a different start to the video. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss videos that drops onto the channel. So we are going back. We're back with MotoGP today. Back at MotoGP 21. We're back at the KimiRing. The reason I'm on first is I just wanted to say that the first part of this video was pre-filmed at my old house location, and the end part is filmed while I was in transition and in between. So you'll notice that the webcam is in the first part of the video and it is in my old it is the old background, if you like. It's not this background that I've got here. Then you will notice that the second part of the video doesn't have this. So yeah, just sort of wanted to touch base, let you know. If you like that, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe. Don't forget the notification and enjoy this video. Let's move into it. So, we've got MotoGP 21 on board the PS5. We've got 2 weeks to all of our upgrades, 2 weeks to engine, 2 weeks to frame, 2 weeks to electronics. We're still top of the championship after that poor result we had in the last video. If you didn't see that video, check it out above. I'll leave a little something there so that you guys can get to that video. We struggled a lot in that weekend. Hopefully we'll have a better weekend this time. This is the first weekend of the Riders Market. We haven't tapped up a team as of yet because we've only got them 4 to choose from. So we're going to do KimiRing. We're going to probably fast forward. I probably won't fast forward actually to Silverstone. We'll probably leave it at KimiRing. Once we've done the KimiRing results, see where we get to with offers. Someone might by then give us an offer. We'd like to go to the KTM Tectoire team, really. I normally go aboard the LCR Honda because obviously Cal Crutchlow used to be there and I like to have a British teammate. So we just have to weigh up our options, I think, after the KimiRing. So KimiRing, we are free practice dry. The race is wet again. That is not good for us. Free practice dry. We're raining in free practice 2, so at least we get a little bit of time on the bike. Free practice 3 is raining as well. Dry qualifying, dry Q2, and then warm up and race is a wet track. Yay! After last weekend, this could be another weekend of losing some points. So yeah, we just have to see how we can get on. Hopefully we can qualify on the front row in qualifying. That'd be quite good for us. We may be able to hold the bikes up a little bit. We've just got to try and not make as many mistakes as we did in Assen. So with that, let's get to the KimiRing. The Michelin Grand Prix of Finland.
Hello MotoGP fans and welcome to the KimiRing. We are here in Finland, where a new World Championship race is about to begin. The atmosphere in pit lane is already really fired up. The first free practice is about to begin, and mechanics are performing their final checks on the bikes before the riders get out on track. Despite the clouds building up overhead, conditions on the track are still good, and the session should stay dry.
Session should stay dry. This session will. As we know, we've got a couple of wet sessions in front of us. So development tests, we're going to try the track study, we shall try the setup improvement. We obviously haven't been doing as much development tests lately. Struggling a lot with trying to get the bike set up and get it the way we want to ride it. Just trying to think. As for dry, maybe go with dry Ref. Stick with our Ref one. Let's just have a look at the ECU. What have we got for ECU? Engine braking still at 5. We'll leave it at that, I think. See how we get. No, we're not. We're going to go to 3. We're going to go to 3 and 2. Change the tyres. We're going to go hard. Just get as many tyres as we can. Obviously, I think this was our only dry session, I think. So it'd be nice to try and get a good few laps under our belt on the hard tyre and then maybe go out on the soft. See how we get on for qualifying, see if we can do an almost like a qualifying practice. But yes, let's get out on track and see how we get on.
The mechanics are preparing the bike and the rider seems very focused. Now let's see if he can improve his time.
So, free practice hasn't quite gone to plan. I am incredibly struggling with the wet. I made a few changes to the setup to try and help with balancing the acceleration, struggling to get the bike round corners really. You see our teammate there in 12th, so they've obviously got similar sort of problems to what we have. Yeah, 3rd overall, because obviously the first free practice session was dry, so we've got some data for quali, which is what we're in now.
18 riders in it, but only one will start from pole position in tomorrow's race.
So yeah, like I say, dry time we're not looking too bad. However, in the wet we are struggling big time. So that's obviously the last tyres we use for free practice 1, so it instantly puts them on. So let's change that. We'll go with a soft and a medium. That's what it reckons we should use, which is probably good actually for the windy corners to stop us from overheating the tyre. We're going to go with our dry setup. Obviously I changed the wet setup to try and be less acceleration and more top speed to try and help us down the straight, but I just lose too much time through the wiggly corners. So let's see what sort of lap time we can get in.
And we've noticed the mechanics have really been active in the last few minutes. Let's see if that makes a difference on track.
So here we go. This is probably going to be our last flying lap. We're down a second on our not a second off our best time. Our best time was a 150.9. So let's just sort of see where we can get with that. We know we can be quicker. So we brake into turn 4. You can already see the rear wheel sliding about all over the place. I don't know what they've done with this bike since the upgrade. Since the update. But yeah, really struggling with that rear end on this Moto2 this year. Very strange. So we're up by 0.8 already, so that's good. That puts us in realms of our best time yet. Let's try and keep that as we go round turn 5. We've got Joey Roberts in front of us, who's probably a decent back marker. You can already see the rear wheel twitching out there. It's not even hot, but yet we've got no grip. I just don't understand. So into turn 9, flick it left. Like I say, we're a second on the dime already, and we're still down in 17th. Ben Schneider's on pole at the second, which is a bit strange. We're on for pole at the moment, but this is our worst part of the track. Got no grip through here. As we come up over the top, get a little bit of a wheelie, that's going to slow us down quite a bit. That was a poor line through there as well. Through turn 11 and 10 and 11. As we go into turn 12, this will probably tell us that we're down on time. Okay, so we're still on a personal best. So let's try and hold it for the last couple of corners. We lost about half a second through the little swindy bit, which is where we lose our time in the wet massively because we just got no grip. Right, so we're going to come out of this corner and across the line. So where did we finish? Jake Dixon 6th, Xavier Vega 8th. We finished 11th in the end with a 150.9, which is about the lap time we could do. So yeah, I mean, you look at that, you got the top 5 that are in 0.2 of each other, so it's a very tight field in this. Jake Dixon within that as well. We're under half a second behind Ben Schneider. So although it's 11th place, I'm not unhappy with that. I don't think that's a bad qualifying session. Obviously doesn't help when Q1 are separated that closely together.
Hello everyone, we're coming to you now from the starting grid where
so
seems ready.
Here we go, the race time in the wet. Let's choose our weight setup. You can see this is with the updated water suits that they guys have got on there, the riders have got. So we're just going to check that we've got the front brake. We're going to stick with the 270 front brake, and I'm going to go for the 218 rear brake to try and stop it from chucking us off, really. So, clutch in, power map in 3, let's go. We have got traction control in the wet purely because I struggled to keep the bike upright. See the way we're not accelerating out of the field there, going a bit wide. Hopefully with the mapping that we've got, we'll go to power mapping 3 as we pick up a penalty. And the gear changing that we've got will help us out with top speed as we go round Jake Dixon. We're in front of our teammate already. Look at this, we're going to get here. We've got power mapping 3, which is using a lot of fuel, but we're going to have to turn that off. I did say we played around with the gears to try and give us top speed. My aim was, in the back corner and the finish straight, if we can keep in front, or get off the grass, if we can keep in front, hopefully we can keep them behind for the windy corners, which we can't if we're going to go wide there. We let Marshall Schrotter and Bo Ben Schneider straight through. Let's get back up the inside of Schrotter. Nicely done. Onto the gas. We've got Bo Ben Schneider now. I don't think we're going to be able to overtake him. This is where I struggle a lot. I've just got no grip. Very easy on the acceleration here. Get off the curb. That doesn't help the grip. Up over the top. Onto the brakes nice and early. You already see the rear end skipping out there. Onto the brakes. Also find as well in the wet with the Moto2, the front end just goes. You don't feel it. Normally you get a little bit of reaction from the controller, but I wasn't in free practice. That's going to send us wide. Rear end skipping out again. Okay, so we've still got Bo Ben Schneider. We put him off there, I think. We're showing him our wheel, so we'll go right by him. Right, onto the brakes for final corner of lap 1. We're back in the lead. This is where we'll go to power mapping 3 and use the top speed of the bike to try and accelerate us away from the grid, away from the rest of the field as we go massively. That was a silly line through there. I don't know what I was doing. I'm more interested in turning it back to power mapping 2 than I was where I'm going. Right, onto the brakes for turn 4. This is where they'll catch up with us a bit. As we can see, it's down to 2.2 now. And hopefully as we come out of this corner and we switch to power mapping 3, we should pull away with the acceleration that we've got in the higher gears. And the top speed. Yes, we are. Right, onto the brakes again. Easy onto the brakes. Nice and easy on the acceleration as well. It's already twitching. Yeah, I don't know what they've done in the recent updates. Sort of like last 2 or 3 updates have made these bikes very hard to control. Hence why I'm having to use traction control. Something I never thought I'd do. Go back to having assisted electronics. But I have to in the wet because I just can't keep the bike upright. Sometimes I'm even, pressing on the acceleration slightly just to go around even this corner and it just high sides me straight off. So round turn 12. This is lap 2. We're half a second in front of Bo Ben Schneider. I wouldn't be surprised if we're holding up the pack a little bit, but that was our plan. We're almost doing a bit wide. We're doing a bit of a dovey for MotoGP fans that have watched the races in the last few years. One of his tactics to win on the Ducati was to hold the grid up, control the race at the front, so that's what we're going to try and do. Switch to power mapping 3, fastest lap of the race. That won't stand long. Nope, didn't think so. Across the line into the first corner. This is a heavy, this is a hard braking corner as well. As you can see, our lap time compared to Fabio's there, we're sort of a good sort of 3 tenths off their time, so it's a lot more than that in free practice. It's about 1.3. So power mapping 3 down the main straight again, or back straight should I say. It's not really the main straight. You can sort of see them on the map there that it's more of like a train where we're backing up the field. So into the brakes. What is it going to be as we tip into this corner? Just make sure we get out of it safely first. So it's 1.4. Whoa, as I say, absolutely no grip on that rear. That'll slow us down. Yep, it's down to 0.9 already. In fact, make that 0.6. That's what I was struggling with. Just cannot get the power down on that rear tyre without it skipping out on us. Oh, careful. Right, onto the brakes, turn 10. This is a tricky corner as well. Easy. Accelerating out that corner. I normally high side there. Well, I was high side in there in free practice, should I say. Use all the track, take as much speed as you can. Turn 12. Keep it left. And then we flick it right slightly for turn 13, and then 14 onto the left hand side of the tyre again. Oh no, this is turn 13, sorry, apologies. They obviously don't cast that kink as a corner. Onto the brakes a little bit early there, but it should get us around a corner. So we come into the final corner at 0.2, so they gain nearly a second, 1.2 seconds on us in that lap, as we again go with a 2-minute 1.2. Our plan's working so far. Use the power map in 3 and use our gear changing ratio that we've got for top speed. We've got less acceleration in gear 1, 2 and 3, and then as we flick it up to 4 it's about acceleration and 5, and then I had 6 set to be more top speed. Right, onto the brakes again. Turn 5, lap 4. We're over halfway through. We're back up to 1.3 as we come around that corner. Easy on the acceleration though. See, I wasn't really accelerating that hard in that corner, yet it still wanted to chuck us off, which I just think strange. Keeping it left, keeping it left. Easy on the acceleration out of here. We nearly lost the end last time. Onto the brakes again. Coming up for turn 10. Up the hill slightly. This is a tricky one. Easy on the accelerator coming out of there. Up over the little hill. Onto the brakes again. Oh, easy. Nearly tipped in a little bit too early. So there's already gaps down to 0.2. It's always around these last sector 2 and 3 that we lose our time. Onto the brakes for the left-hander. This is a very tight corner. Tightens on you as you go round. Flick it right over the top of the hill. And as we start to come down, we gently press on the brake for the final corner. Onto the accelerator as we go over the finish line. That was a slower lap again at 1.4 that time. Lap times are going to drop as tyres go off though. Keep it left for turn 2. Easy on the acceleration out of here. Speed into the corner. Power map in 3. Let's use that speed. There is a bit of a train behind us. Got Boben Schneider, Marco Bezzecchi, Fabio, who's just overtaken Marco Bezzecchi, Gardner and Xavi Vierge, our teammate in 6th. Don't quite know what happened to Jake Dixon, but he's not there anymore. Oh, that's a bit wide. Oh, easy. Get off the curb. Second to last lap. Don't make a mistake now. Keep it left. Nicely done. And again, for turn 9. Easy on the accelerator coming out of here as well. Onto the brakes. Digi's 0.6 in Boben Schneider. We're having a little bit of a battle. Oh, thought we were going to go on the grass there. That would have sent us down. Down to 0.2 after that mistake. Oh, rear end sliding. Don't like that. Very tentative and slow round turn 12 there. Right, gaps at 0.4 for Marco Bezzecchi now. So Marco Bezzecchi's up to 2nd. So we come into turn 13, try and hug the curb as much as you can. It does normally drift you out. Right, up over the top of the curb. Onto the brakes just as you start to come down. Right, gaps at 0.3. Gaps at 0.4 when we cross the line for the final lap. By the first corner, it's a 0.6, 0.7, so that's not too bad. I thought it was going to drop the front end there. Turn 2. Turn 3. The dodgy turn 4 for the final corner. We can hear Marco Bezzecchi's bike right behind us. We'll use what we've got left of power map and freeze fuel to try and extend that gap as we come down the big straight. As we just keep an eye out for our braking marker. The gap's at 1.3. That will come down after sector 2 and 3, and we know that. Oh, flick it left, flick it right. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Easy on those curbs. Flick it left again. Easy on the accelerator. That'll do it. My gap's still at 1.3 though, so that's a decent second sector for us for a change. How much is it going to come down in sector 3 though? Onto the brakes. Whoa, and that back end sliding out. Onto the brakes, turn 12. Another dodgy corner for the final time, provided we don't drop it. We didn't drop it. Easy on the acceleration. What's the gap? 1.1, so we haven't lost that much time. We pick up our 4th track limits warning, which I'm not happy about, but hey ho. Right, round the last couple of corners. We're at gaps at a second. I can't believe we've managed to keep the gap this time. Onto the accelerator. Coming up to the finish line. We'll pop a little bit of a wheelie there, a little bit of a celebration. I think we were due that.
Let's take a look at the final classification of the Moto2 race.
We bossed the race there. We didn't do it the right way. We went for the Dovey approach. Sit the bike upright, punk it forward, a bit like Ducati's. Jake Dixon was 14th in the end. That's a shame for him. He was up there. So Hector Garzo was the quickest. Look, these guys were doing a 1:58.9. Wow. Okay. So, championship-wise, we're still 20 points in front of Marco Bezzecchi, who's now gone ahead of Remy Gardner. Our team is still 27 points in front of Red Bull, as we celebrate in Parc Fermé a very hard-fought win, I think. A win that we didn't think we were going to get in this video. After free practice, I didn't think we were going to do that well at all. Safe to say we managed to crawl it back. So, reputation points, 7,650. And we've got the 12,300 credits. We didn't pass many of our objectives at all because, again, we had a wet free practice. So we haven't had any offers. Still, supposed to be the start of the rider market. Surely some people are interested in us. Yeah, rider market started in KimiRing, didn't it? So, yeah, strange one that. I'm surprised we haven't got anything. So the rider market ends in week 33. So we could fast forward to the Red Bull ring and see if we get any proposals. But do we play it safe? And do we go with one? Or we could go with establish a new team, but I don't really want to. I'd like to do let's go with Aprilia, I think. Let's go with Aprilia. We'll stick with Aprilia for we were in there last year. And yeah, let's just use them just in case we don't get a ride, because we definitely want to move up to MotoGP next year. Hopefully we can go up as champion, which would be great for us. So we have only received a thing from Aprilia, 401 credits salary, race goal 15th, championship 10th, qualifying a 4th row for 2 seasons. So that's not bad at all, and the termination contract clause isn't that much. So yeah, if we start making a name for ourselves in the GP, we could go up one more. So we're just going to have a look at development. So we're going to go with this one, I believe, because we've got enough people to do that. We've got enough research data. What else have we got? Oh, we can't do any more because we haven't got any data, I suppose. Have we got data for this one? Yes, we have. Let's do that mode as well. That'll set them two up, and that's going to take 6 weeks and 13 weeks. Wow. Okay, so that's the week we're on now. Let's just advance up to the Red Bull Ring. That is our next race. We still haven't had any proposals. We've only got Aprilia, which is a shame. I was hoping to see KTM, if I'm honest. Yeah, so that's still very low, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, so if you like this video, everybody, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, don't forget the notification bell, and I shall see you all in the next video where we will tackle the Austrian Grand Prix in Styria.